Okay, good morning everyone. I hope I'm audible properly. Yes, students, can you hear me properly? Should we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, did you people try platform as a service practical on your machine? Because today I'll be taking the next topic. So I don't want that I complete the topics and you people don't execute it at your end. So I hope you are executing. And tomorrow, so from tomorrow we are starting with the offline practicals. So hopefully you all will come here, right? And whatever practicals we have completed till now, if you have not done yet, that's also okay. Once you visit college, we can start executing it here turn by turn. And as you have realized, the practicals when we implement that on AWS are very quick, and the concept is not that difficult to be executed. So we will try to finish the practicals whatever we have completed till now once you start visiting the college. Okay, so I'll quickly share. One second. Okay, so today we have to see storage as a service. Okay, and for that again we will log into our AWS management console, and today we will explore the AWS S3 service. So whatever are your projects where you require storage, suppose you want to store, or suppose you want to save your photos or videos, and suppose you want to use them on your website. Okay, so instead of keeping that on your local machine, or instead of keeping that on your Google Drive, you can easily put everything on S3. Okay, and using that link provided by S3, you can start using that in your project. So for that, you can log into your AWS management console, search for the S3 service. See here, so it is scalable storage in the cloud. So scalable, you people are aware of this term now. So the shrinking and expanding, these two features are very well provided by the scaling component, right? So this is a scalable storage, so that so whatever data you have related to your website or related to any project that you are running on the cloud, so depending on how much data you are storing, or depending on, so the size of the memory which is provided to you will be either expanded or either shrink. So जितना ज़रूरी है उतना आपको provide किया जाएगा. So imagine, suppose you have a high computing project going on, and suppose you have multiple data sheets, or you have multiple data sets to be stored, okay, which is a hell lot of data. So obviously the storage space which will be provided by your S3 will be more. But अगर suppose आपको एक छोटा सा website है where only few documents are related, या कुछ PDF documents है, या कुछ photographs है, so according to that the things will be, or the storage space will be scaled, and according to that you will be provided with the service. Now here, as you know, that we are using the free tier service, right? हमारा जो account है, that is a free tier account, because we are trying to use all the free tier services. So for AWS S3 also, 5 GB storage is what provided for the free tier users for 12 months. Okay, so this is suppose January 21 में हमने account बनाया. So Jan 2022 तक we have 5 GB space. वो 5 GB space आप कितना भी use, मतलब कैसे भी use कर सकते हो, but then the maximum amount of data which should be present on your S3 bucket should be 5 GB. उसके ऊपर अगर गया, then you will be charged. Okay. Okay. So after searching this, click on this. So it will open the dashboard of S3. Now the space, हम लोग जो space बोलते हैं ना यहाँ पे in terms of S3 or in terms of AWS, it is called as bucket. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So here we have to create the bucket. So bucket मतलब क्या है? Storage space. Then you will give some name here, and the bucket name should be unique. So unique matlab not only for you, but overall it should be unique. Okay, overall it should be unique. So suppose S3 bucket demo. Okay, so you can give some name. Okay, then there are multiple regions, so no need to change this. Just keep whatever has been given by default. You can also choose the existing bucket. अगर आपने already कोई storage बना के रखा था and suppose you want to use it further, then you can choose the existing one. But right now we are creating a new one, right? So I'm not changing any default settings. Okay, I'm just moving ahead and clicking on create bucket. Okay, now as you can see, this name already exists. So somebody must have, used this particular name. So S3 bucket demo. So the name of your bucket should be unique overall. उस region में वो repeat नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay, now the bucket is created. That means your space is created. Right now there is nothing inside it. So click on this. Click on the bucket what you have created just now. So as you can see, आपका create folder and upload option is provided to you instantly. So आप folder create करके, जैसे अगर suppose I want to store some photographs. Okay, so I can make a folder called as photos and create a folder. So I can do the categorization of my data or the documents which I'll be uploading on this particular platform. Otherwise, I can directly start uploading. So say for example, I want to take backup of some data, okay, from my machine. So add files. I'll take one photograph which is present on my desktop, and it is up. Okay. Yeah, so now the document has been uploaded successfully. You can close this. So we'll come back to the space here. Okay, so this is the document or this is the photo what I uploaded just now. Now suppose you want to open it. So ये आपका personal storage space हो गया, right? Suppose I want to open this, or suppose I want to share it with my friend. अगर suppose मुझे ये मेरा कोई important pic है जो मुझे अपने friend के साथ share करना है. You click on this. Now there is one option called as copy URL. So you copy it. Okay, this is the URL of that particular document. Sorry. And then you just put it on the browser. So what is coming? What is there on the screen? It says access denied. Okay, so by default, the documents what we put here in the bucket are private. Okay, so the security has been जैसे Google Drive पे भी होता है, unless and until you share it, okay, unless and until you change the security settings, the things are private. So similarly, S3 may be whatever documents you are putting here, even though it is giving you the URL, but still you will not be able to open that file directly. Okay, so for that you have an option called as share with a pre-signed URL. Okay, so you click on this. So again, when you are doing this, so as you can see, it is very the security and all these things are very taken care by AWS very properly. So it will not be open जैसे Google Drive में होता है. अगर आपने एक बार security settings change कर दिया, okay, unless and until you turn it back, okay, or unless and until you revert it, then whatever you had made the changes in the settings, it will be as it is, right? जब तक आप change नहीं करते. But then here in AWS S3, as you can see, 7 days is the maximum time interval. Okay, so it will be open or it will be public maximum for 7 days, right? And also you have options of few minutes, few hours. Okay, and days may you will have maximum 7. Suppose I want to keep this data open for 2 days and I create the URL. So now there will be a specific URL which will be created for your document. So just copy this. Okay, now try to paste it on your browser. Okay, so this was the pic which I had just uploaded and it opened properly. Okay, so this was the one, the by default URL which was given. So using that directly, we were not able to access it. But when we use the pre-signed URL option, then now this particular pic is public for 2 days because हमारे settings में maximum 7 days तक के allowed है. So that is what you have to do now. So this is one. So suppose you are a paid member, or suppose you have taken some subscription, then you can store as much data as possible on AWS S3. It is quite similar to Dropbox or Tumblr or Google Drive. Okay, but then for free tier users, only 5 GB data is allowed. Okay, so 5 GB space is given for the free tier users. If you by mistake start using more than that, then you will be charged for it. Now you might ask that where we can exactly use this, or if in case you remember, जब हमने platform as a service का practical किया था, there was one option, okay, in Elastic Beanstalk. So we will now go back, okay, we will revisit our last practical and we will try to recreate that practical using AWS S3. So now here, yes, anyone, any problem? Yeah.
I have let's say I have created an HTML page which contains several images. Okay, ma'am. So so we can when we are uploading that simple HTML page to using Elastic Beanstalk, and we are we will store those photos in the S3 bucket, right, ma'am?
Correct.
So such that we can, okay.
Yes, yes. But then there you have to take care of कैसे होगा ना. I'll show you the implementation what I'm going to do now. So उसमें क्या होता है कि जैसे अगर तुमने by default जो URL अभी हमने जो copy किया था, if you put that, okay, then your data will not be accessed because that data is still private. तो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, आपको pre-signed URLs है वो use करने पड़ेंगे, ठीक है? Because when you use the pre-signed documents URL, at that time only the documents get public. Otherwise by default they are private. So that case you'll have to okay. So there were many people who were asking me कि हम अगर mini project का data save करना है, then what option we can use? Then you can use this option. So you can simply put that data, but just take care that that data is not more than 5 GB. 5 GB is actually a big space. So for mini project you will not require this much. So you just have to take care कि आपका data 5 GB से exceed ना हो. Okay, all right. So we will go back. Yeah, so we'll go back to services, Elastic Beanstalk. अब एक काम करते हैं. Now in this S3 we will try to upload हमारा जो PHP test जो last practical का zip folder है, okay, for the web app what we had created, we will try to upload it here. Okay, now then you will understand how the dependency on your local machines is reduced. If you try to use different AWS components to connect with each other, then आपका जो local machine का dependency है वो बहुत reduce हो जाता है because everything you have put on cloud, and there is no chance that your website or your application stops in between because cloud runs 24/7 365, right? So I'll go to add files, and what folder I'm uploading, I'll be uploading our web app folder जो हमने last practical में किया था PHP test वाला. Okay, so this is the same project or this is the same application जो हमने last practical में execute करके देखा था for platform as a service. Okay, that time we had used the data present on a local machine and we had uploaded in the environment, right? But now what we are doing, we are uploading the data in S3 Okay, as a so we are uploading the data in S3 in the cloud storage, and that S3 we will connect to Elastic Beanstalk, right? So I'll open this and we'll upload it. Okay, so our folder is uploaded. So this is php test.zip. So in this folder we have 3 PHP pages, okay, for the website. अभी इसका URL copy कर लेते हैं. Okay, we will copy this URL now for the folder. We will go here and we will create one new environment. Platform, it was PHP. Okay, now see here. So upload your code. Okay, now there are 2 options. Local file. Local file means something from your laptop or your system, local system, right? And now this public S3 URL. So now we will select this. Last time के practical में if you will go back and revisit, हमने local file option use किया था. But today we have first uploaded that document in S3. Okay, it is present in our S3 bucket. We copied the URL, right? And now this URL we will put here. Okay, and create environment. So it will take some time. Okay, so now the environment will be created. Now you can see that so whatever data is related to your website, okay, वो सारा आप यहाँ पर upload कर सकते हैं. So there is no अगर आपका हार्ड डिस्क क्रैश हो जाता है या कुछ भी हो जाता है, but still you have a backup with your drive, on your cloud, and your website or your applications will not be affected. So that is the advantage of using cloud services. What happened, Hemant?
Ma'am, what if the PHP file has some data sets?
हाँ, so see, अभी जैसे यहाँ पर I show you this website, मैंने क्या किया, यहाँ पर एक छोटा सा फोटोग्राफ डाल के रखा, ठीक है. So even if you have any data in your file, but then आप see, वो फाइल में आप कोडिंग करके तो रखोगे ना कि डेटा सेट कौन सा यूज करना है, कहाँ पे यूज करना है. So obviously all those things will be reflected in your environment also. Now suppose you have, if you still have something which is present on your machine, okay, अगर आपने local path दिया है, then obviously in that situation you will get the error. But as far as the things are present online, okay, so obviously आपके code के through वो online data भी retrieve कर लेगा. Getting my point? So you should not have anything present on your local machine. अगर आपके code में अगर आपने लिखा है कि C drive का image copy करो, और जब आप when you put that code on Beanstalk and you try to run that, then obviously for Beanstalk C drive is not accessible, no, because it doesn't understand what C drive, where is that C drive. But suppose you have some online link, अगर आपने Google से कोई photograph उठाया था, now that particular link is suppose same throughout, right? So अगर आपने वो use किया, then obviously your website will be able to run because there is no local dependency. I hope I answer your question.
Yes, ma'am.
So ma'am, if there is some local URL when you are using a local machine, so we need to change it to the URL of the
yes. Yes. See, not only S3. My only concern is कि आप local data उसमें access नहीं कर पाओगे ना. Common sense है ना, तुम खुद सोचो. क्योंकि अगर कोई चीज Beanstalk में execute कर रहे हो, that Beanstalk has become now that is a cloud environment. For that cloud environment, everything is running on the internet. So your data should also be present on internet somewhere. Okay, either in S3 or in Drive or from Google or somewhere. Correct. And those links, those online links will be accessible by your Beanstalk environment and not your local machine. समझा? So now this is up and this is a URL which is created. We'll click on this URL. So again it is forbidden because हमने zip एक folder upload किया, right? So the folder name is same, PHP test, and we will click this. Now see here, there is one picture in my website and now that picture is not being displayed. Why? Because जैसा मैंने ये experiment कल किया था actually, तो ये फोटो भी मैंने अपलोड करके रखी थी यहाँ पे. So I will have to make certain change in my code. Getting my point? So this is what I was talking about. I'll show you on VS Code जो मैंने काम किया था. See here. So this is the code what I have uploaded just now. Okay. Now this is the pic what I want to display. Index.php mein there is a picture what I want to display. Now this picture was present in the bucket what I had created yesterday. Now as you can see, after the practical I deleted that bucket, so obviously even that picture is not available. Samjha? So this is something what you have to take care. So this photo, so as you can see here, this photo was present in my bucket which I created yesterday. Right now the bucket is not there. Okay, so but still I will just show you the execution. The same only जो हमने last time किया था, but मैंने यहाँ पे दिखाने के लिए एक फोटो, यहाँ पर भी एक फोटो था actually, but हाँ see here. So since that bucket is deleted, even the photo got deleted. But that portion is present in the video what I recorded yesterday. So this is what I was telling you. So this is the dependency, no? So whatever data you are using, that should be present online. So now since the data what I use, the picture what I used, I deleted that obviously. So because of that, it will not display. Similarly, suppose I would have kept something which is present on my local machine. अगर मैं C drive का कोई data यहाँ पे store करती, and then suppose इसका zip folder upload, suppose I would have uploaded that on sorry Beanstalk. So again the same issue will happen, that it will not understand from where to pick this particular image. Okay. So this is one demonstration of how to use S3 space and how you can upload your application or project related data or website related data in S3, and how you can connect that with Beanstalk, okay, and use it. Samjha? So here what we did now, we have connected S3 with Beanstalk. Is it clear?
No.
So this is what your next experiment is. Okay, any doubt?
Ma'am, the problem with EC2 has been solved.
Which problem?
Ma'am, which I messaged about texted you earlier, ma'am. मैम वो कोड के बारे में.
What was the error?
मैम एक्चुअली वो हम लोग ने एज अ रूट साइन इन किया था, रूट यूजर, so that was creating the problem, ma'am. When I sign in as IAM user, so that
but that should happen. I always sign in as root user.
They don't understand, ma'am, what happened. I couldn't understand, ma'am. But when I signed in as IAM user, so it was solved, and the machine ran successfully.
Okay, so this is the data. Okay. So in the one second, I'll just change 1 minute. In this PDF there is some extra information, वो मैं हटा देती हूँ. So in the meantime you just go through the video and please implement this practically. ठीक है? PDF I'm giving you. PDF में जो extra like data which is not related to you, that I'll delete and then I'll send it. Okay. So in the meantime, I've shared the video where the same process has been explained. So remember, for exactly understanding how S3 works, try to upload your some kind of code in that and try to create the environment and link S3 with your environment. Okay. So that is how you have to do this practically. Okay, simply uploading the data on S3 and saying ki, okay, with this we have studied S3 successfully will not be sufficient. आपको S3 में कुछ डेटा डालना पड़ेगा और उसको बीम स्टॉक में यूज करके दिखाना पड़ेगा, जैसे मैंने अभी किया. So
okay ma'am, so we can use a simple website.
same thing you can
okay,
use. जो हमने फोर्थ प्रैक्टिकल में यूज किया ना, जो हमने पास में यूज किया, वही यहाँ पर यूज करो और लिंक करके दिखा दो. That's it. Okay, so just go through the code, go to the video and try to do the practical. In case anyone has any doubt, please ask me. See, with the AWS practicals, you must have realized कि करने में ज़्यादा time नहीं लग रहा है, ठीक है? So if you actually go through the portion what we have completed, we are on what practical? We are on practical number 5. So today we have completed the 5th practical, right? अपने को total 10 complete करना है. Why? We are able to do this because you people are not showing me your execution. Okay, when I start asking you questions, you people start leaving the meeting. This is not how practicals will be done. And I don't know how many students will be coming or will actually be coming to campus tomorrow. Okay, so today's was the 5th practical. We have only completed 1 month. We still have 2 months more to go. So from next practical onwards, I'll be looking at the executions. Okay, अगर कल आप कॉलेज में आए तो well and good. Otherwise, जो भी अपना ऑनलाइन लेक्चर होगा उसमें बैच वाइज और 1 by 1 I'm going to see the executions, because otherwise आप लोग सिर्फ सुनते रहोगे, ऐसी पोर्शन कंप्लीट हो जाएगा नेक्स्ट 15-20 days में. Then what we are going to do? Okay, and I want you people to complete your executions. I want you people to do the practicals actually. Okay, so please students get serious, otherwise I'll seriously start scolding you. Okay, so if you have not done anything yet, okay, काफी इजी है. मैं सारे वीडियोस प्रोवाइड करती हूँ, सारे पीडीएफ प्रोवाइड करती हूँ. देयर इज नथिंग जो आपको एंड देयर इज लॉट ऑफ हेल्प विच इज अवेलेबल ऑनलाइन ऑल्सो. अगर आपको कोई कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में नहीं आता है मेरी तरफ से या वॉट एवर, यू कैन जस्ट गूगल इट, यू कैन रीड इट. प्लीज एग्जीक्यूट द प्रैक्टिकल्स. दे आर वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, वेरी यूजफुल एंड वेरी मीनिंगफुल technology we are learning. Cloud computing is very popular, okay, and it's very useful. Okay, so please do not take this subject lightly. Okay, so is there anyone जिसका अभी तक AWS का उसने अकाउंट भी क्रिएट नहीं किया है? ऐसा कोई है? इतना लेड बैक, इतना लेजी कोई है क्लास में? होगा भी तो नहीं बताएगा, राइट? Yes, roll number 61, Poojan. Poojan, are you there? या फिर सिर्फ लॉग इन करके भाग गए हो? 61, Poojan Shah, Kart Gusar. Are you people there? Karan. तुम लोगों का माइक काम नहीं करता है क्या? Poojan, do you have your AWS account? Do you have your AWS account? अरे यस मैम बोला, उसके बाद कुछ तो नहीं. यस, नो, है, नहीं है. डू यू एग्जीक्यूट योर प्रैक्टिकल? व्हाट इज द इशू? आपका माइक खराब है या आप कहाँ पर हो? See, people started leaving the meeting. This is so funny. The moment I start asking questions. Yes, Poojan, do you execute the practicals or no? Mic issue. अच्छा ठीक है. Karan Shah, are you there? Nidhi, 21. Everybody is having mic issue or what? Shauryan Singh left the meeting. Wonderful. Meet Shah, Ritika, 35. Ritika left the meeting. Wow. Yes, please start executing the practical.
Okay, ma'am.
एंड स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज बी रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर योर ओन वर्क. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं पूछ रही हूँ यहाँ पे यू स्टार्ट लीविंग द मीटिंग. दैट इज सो इररिस्पॉन्सिबल ऑफ यू. यू आर इन थर्ड ईयर. आपको खुद के प्रैक्टिकल्स कंप्लीट करने हैं. मैं पूछूं नहीं पूछूं, इट शुड बी योर हैबिट टू वर्क. This is so funny when I take people's name, they start leaving. What? I'm not going to scold you as such. आपसे सिंपली पूछ रहे हैं कि आपने एक प्रैक्टिकल किया कि नहीं किया. नहीं किया है तो क्यों नहीं किया है. ऐसा भी नहीं कि हम लोग यहाँ पर बहुत ज्यादा कोडिंग कर रहे हैं. इट्स सिंपली like just we are only literally clicking next buttons, next and the work is getting done on cloud platform. It is so easy. इसमें भी आपको मेहनत नहीं करनी है. Yes.
मैम सो जब हम लोग ने कोई डेटा अपलोड करते S3 बकेट में, तो वो 7 दिन के मतलब मैक्सिमम 7 दिन के बाद एक्सपायर हो जाता है, राइट मैम? तो उनके री-अपलोड और we can recover it, right ma'am?
See now why all these things are present, just to take care of the data security. Otherwise there can be other options. So अगर see what I told you कि cloud platforms बहुत सारे हैं, ठीक है. सो अगर आपको लगता है कि नाउ दिस इज वन बिग डिसएडवांटेज ऑफ S3 AWS S3, दैट द मैक्सिमम ड्यूरेशन फॉर विच योर डेटा कैन बी पब्लिक इज 7 days. सो ऑब्वियसली यू कैन नॉट कीप ऑन. जैसे अभी मेरे केस में हुआ, जैसे मैंने एक फोटोग्राफ डाला था, वो बकेट डिलीट हो गया, द URL was deleted, right? So instead of that, then you can search for some other cloud platform जहाँ पर there is no such restrictions. Okay, so this is one demonstration what we are trying to learn, because we have AWS membership and उसमें S3 का component present है, storage का component present है. So that is why we are exploring that and we are trying to learn it. But then as you saw that there is a big disadvantage that the things are not public and the things cannot be made public on a permanent basis. You'll have to keep on changing your code. आपको बार बार वो URL चेंज करना पड़ेगा. कोड चेंज करना मतलब आपको जहाँ पर whatever, and especially all these things will happen only with the see. अगर आपने आपके पूरे वेबसाइट का zip फोल्डर अपलोड करके दिया है तो that is not going to change. Okay, but suppose you are using the photographs, उसमें ऐसा कुछ है जिनकी specific URLs है, those will change. So understand the difference. Now this particular PHP folder which is present, one second, I'll share the link with you. आप देखो, आप access कर सकते हो. Give me a moment. So this URL I'll give it to you. आप copy करो और आप एक बार check करो कि can you access it the way we did it last time. Now the photo is not visible because photo एक अलग से एक खुद का एक component था, right? But then if this particular zip folder का URL is working, then your websites will run successfully. Just try this. इसको open करके देखो URL को and tell me can you open this particular page. हाँ, so now try to understand the difference. हम अभी क्या एक्सेस कर रहे हैं, हम ये zip फोल्डर एक्सेस कर रहे हैं, राइट? अब ये zip फोल्डर के अंदर मेरे मल्टीपल पेजेस है जो मैंने आपको दिखाए थे. नाउ दीज पेजेस, या सो दिस इज द फोल्ड, दिस वाज अ zip फोल्डर. ये zip के अंदर ये 3 पेजेस है. तो मैंने यहाँ पर, नाउ दिस थिंग विल नॉट चेंज, इसका URL चेंज नहीं होगा बार बार. मैं कौन सी चीज की बात कर रही थी? आई वॉज टॉकिंग अबाउट द फोटोज एंड द फोटोग्राफ्स. ओके, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस फोटो, अगर मैंने इसको यूज करने की कोशिश की डायरेक्टली, ओके, विच इज अ सिंगल क्या कहते हैं, सिंगल फाइल, तो सिंगल फाइल का प्रॉब्लम होता है. तो दैट इज द रीजन. अगर सपोज इमेजिन कि आपका एक कोई वेबसाइट है जहां पर मल्टीपल फोटोग्राफ्स यूज हो रहे हैं एंड सपोज यू हैव केप्ट दोज फोटोग्राफ्स लाइक दिस, ओके, इंडिविजुअल फोटोग्राफ्स अगर आपने अपलोड करके रखे, तो आपको इसकी ये वाली जो लिंक है ना, जो जैसे मैंने बताया आपको, दिस पर्टिकुलर लिंक, दिस लिंक यू विल हैव टू कीप ऑन चेंजिंग अगेन एंड अगेन बिकॉज इट इज रेफरिंग टू अ सिंगल इमेज फाइल विच वॉज प्रेजेंट ऑन योर S3. डिफरेंस समझा? बट अगर आपका पूरा वेबसाइट ऐसे PHP में प्रेजेंट है तो ये वाला जो लिंक है, दिस इज गोइंग टू बी सेम फॉर एवर, ये नहीं चेंज होने वाला. समझा? बट अगर इसके अंदर कुछ फोटोज है और अगर वो फोटोज तुम्हारे S3 पे है और वो S3 का लिंक तुम्हारा अगर चेंज होने वाला है, then that you will have to take care of because all those pics will be private by default. ठीक है, ये इसका प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगा. दिस प्रॉब्लम विल नॉट बी देयर. तो तुमने अगर कोई VS कोड में बहुत बड़ा सा कोई वेबसाइट बनाया, कोई प्रोजेक्ट बनाया, उसका जिप फोल्डर कर लो, उसको जिप करके S3 पे डाल दो. ठीक है, S3 पे डालने के बाद बीनस्टॉक पे जाके उसको लिंक कर दो. So even if this folder gets deleted from my machine, but still my application will be successfully running. Okay, क्योंकि मेरा यहाँ पर S3 का उसका बैकअप है. अगर फ्यूचर में जाके मेरे को I want to retrieve that application, मेरे को उसमें कुछ चेंजेस करने हैं, फ्यूचर में जाके कुछ वर्जन एडिट करना है, so I can simply click this and I can even download it. So it's like a backup place for you. ठीक है. Sorry. So as far as suppose your website is not going to have any photos or anything, then I don't think वो URL वाला issue आएगा. और what you can do is, जैसे मैंने तो ये फोटो बकेट में डाली थी and because of that the photo got deleted. You can have something present in your Google Drive. Okay, वो ड्राइव की लिंक्स तो आपकी हमेशा सेम ही रहने वाली है and that you can put here. So in that case आपका फोटो का भी issue solve हो जाएगा. Okay, so you just have to take care of the presence of that particular media या फिर images at a certain location and that location should be same forever. Then your data will not be deleted. Okay, just a minute. I'll provide you with the PDF as well. Give me some time. अच्छा, फॉर द फर्स्ट प्रैक्टिकल आई एम गेटिंग मल्टीपल क्वेश्चंस. फर्स्ट प्रैक्टिकल आपका प्योरली स्टडी एक्सपेरिमेंट था. ठीक है, तो जो भी मैंने राइटअप दिया, आई थिंक इट इज 3 पेजेस और समथिंग, तो पूरा राइटअप आपको लिखना है. आई थिंक यू हैंड राइट द थिंग्स, राइट? जहां तक मेरे को बताया गया, यू पीपल राइट इट डाउन खुद से. तो जितना मैंने अपलोड किया है ना, वो पूरा लिखना है और क्या लिख रहे हैं वो पढ़ना भी है बिकॉज योर फर्स्ट एक्सपेरिमेंट वॉज अ थ्योरी एक्सपेरिमेंट. वी डिड नॉट एग्जीक्यूट एनीथिंग एज सच. So you will have to write down everything what I have mentioned there. Is it clear? Yes, what happened? Sorry, you wanted to ask something? Am I audible?
Deadline of the submission, practical.
अभी तक मैंने सिर्फ फर्स्ट ही अपलोड किया है ना, तो उसका डेडलाइन क्या है? 3rd Feb है शायद. I have uploaded only first file till now. Yeah,
Okay,
so
ma'am.
I'll be uploading the others. अभी तक मेरे को टाइम नहीं मिला करने का. I'll do that. Any other doubts, students? Yeah.
मैम लाइक अगर आपने जिप फोल्डर के अंदर ही कोई इमेज रखी होती एंड लाइक PHP कोड में उस फोल्डर थ्रू SRC लिंक किया होता, तो फिर वो मतलब 7 days के बाद
नहीं,
इशू
वो
नहीं
इशू नहीं
आता
आएगा.
कि
No,
वो फिर
as far as it is present at the same location, but my only concern is अगर हम लोग फोल्डर के अंदर रखते हैं, that path will be the local path, no? Right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
वो एक बार करके देखो. Just do that. So when you are writing the code for your application, उसी फोल्डर में पिक्चर डालो. Just give that path and see whether it works online. Because according to me, I think it should give some error because आपने उसको क्लाउड पे अपलोड कर दिया ना. क्लाउड जस्ट सी वेदर इट चेंजेस, बिकॉज आपका कोड के अंदर तो तभी भी लोकल पाथ रहेगा ना. जस्ट सी वेदर इट वर्क्स. अगर वैसा हो जाता है देन दैट डिपेंडेंसी इज आल्सो गॉन, पिक्चर वाला. देन एवरीथिंग शुड बी इनसाइड वन zip folder. I think again I can't hear you people. Can you please stop? Anyway, start writing your roll numbers in the chat box. मेरे को शायद वापस आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. Just put your roll numbers in the chat box.
मैम
1 minute.